Hello guys, in this video, in this video, I would like to um, share with you also a Tableau video about or on creating highlight tables. I hope you will enjoy it. I, of course, gonna make my own comments along the way, and let's start watching together. Let me just type this floating menu, and let's get started.
Data often starts out in a data table, also called a crosstab. It can be tempting to share data in crosstabs since tables are familiar. The downside is that crosstabs make it difficult to find outliers or make comparisons across categories. In this lesson, you'll learn how to build highlight tables like this one, which are crosstabs that use color to emphasize outliers and trends.
You know, guys, this reminds me of conditional formatting in the Microsoft products. Yeah. So it reminds me with conditional formatting. So how can you add highlights with varying color intensity so that you can highlight certain outliers? As you can see here, even before she starts explaining, we can see that there is an average grades, and it is of course a measure, so the color scheme is gradual, and seems like the more orangey, they didn't put red. We try to avoid red, so the more orangey the intensity of orange, the lower the grade. So as you can see here, there are multiple zeros, unfortunately, and then there is around the average is like the lighter orange is around the average, and then the ones in blue are probably the passing mark or something. So let's get started. In fact, I haven't watched this video before. All the videos I'm just spontaneously making comments.
A highlight table encodes a measure on text and color.
Okay, so now again, color and text. Okay.
The example we'll work with today is a gradebook.
Okay.
We want to see all the grades for every student and identify overall trends in the data. To start, I'll drag grade to text on the marks card. Then I'll hold Control while I duplicate grade on color. This next step is important. Set the mark type to square. Users often forget to do that, and then you just get colored text. When I set the mark type to square, the table is filled with color.
In fact, I believe I have done this with you in one of the previous videos in this class. I think I've done this with you before, the square thing. But in any case, it is quite interesting to see how she's done it. So we take the grades, the measure, we add it to labels, and then again to color. And then, most importantly, the mark type is in fact set to square. So 3 steps again: label, the measure is dropped into label, it dropped into color, and then the marks card is switched to square.
Finally, I'll divide the marks categorically by student name and assignment type.
Okay.
Now we have a highlight table.
Guys, have you noticed so far that we create the tables with levels of details, hopefully like on a maximum for like best practices, like 2 levels of details here on a row, maximum 2 levels of details on columns, or 2 versus 1. And then we have the numbers in here, filling up. So it's like a cave. Here's the quizzes, and here is the students' names, and here's the grades.
To really highlight outliers, we should edit the color choices.
Indeed.
For my gradebook, I want to distinguish grades that are above or below 75%, or a C.
Okay.
I'll click Color and click Edit Colors.
Okay.
This opens the Edit Colors menu. I'll select orange, white, blue diverging, since this color palette will give me a clear view of which students are doing well and which aren't. To set the midpoint of the color gradient, I'll click Advanced and then check Center. I'll center the gradient on 75 and click OK. This adjusts the color scale to highlight the outliers in our grading scale. Can you tell which quiz was the hardest now? Can you see students that are struggling?
Okay, so this is, so far, I think it's easy. We can create a highlight table. The easiest way to create a highlight table is by dragging the measure into label, color, change to square, and then you can set up a certain threshold or a cutoff point for coloring the cells by editing color over here. So over here. So we build the highlight tables with show me. Oh, wow. Okay, let's check how can we build highlight tables with show me. In fact, that's true.
Highlight tables can be built with the Show Me menu
Yes.
by selecting the measures and dimensions you're interested in and clicking the icon from the menu.
Yeah,
This is a great tool to get you started
there are tools.
because it will get you most of the way and you can edit it further if you need to.
I think there were two, one with the highlight, one without. So this is the one with the color that we want to create. Okay.
You should really only use crosstabs and highlight tables in cases where all the specific values need to be presented. Because when you have to read the text one row at a time, it is difficult to interpret the data.
Yeah.
With color, the trends are easier to see. This type of view points out trends while still showing all the data values. Notice that Tableau automatically updates the font color of the labels against darker backgrounds, making all the labels easier to read.
That's true.
You can use two different measures, one on color and one on label. But be very careful about how you use titles and captions for that type of view to make it clear to the end user exactly what they're seeing.
Let's hear what she said again about using two measures.
You can use two different measures, one on color and one on label.
You can.
But be very careful about how you use titles and captions for that type of view to make it clear to the end user exactly what they're seeing.
Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Click the area, click the three areas on the marks card that are used to build the highlight table. You see? So this is important for us to highlight this, this, and this, right? Correct. Good.
I like to use highlight tables when sharing my data with someone who is expecting a crosstab.
Okay.
It's a viz that can help the end user adjust to seeing data in color rather than numbers. Now that you've completed this lesson, you know how to build highlight tables,
Yes.
and you understand how they help you see your data.
Yes, indeed, we know.
With great data comes great responsibility.
Oops, that's a strong statement. All right, lovely people, so this is it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure if there would be a next video, so bye-bye for now.